Hi, my name is Abby Thomas, and I'm going to be doing a video on ADHD and how students can utilize their resources and optimize their learning experience. So first, I want to get into potential toys that students can use.
All right, so let's talk about the Pop It toy. So this fidget toy is a toy that people with ADHD can utilize to focus or entertain themselves. So it comes with several rows of little bubbles. Sometimes they're the same color, sometimes they're not. And you can individually pop each bubble, or you can go row by row and drag your finger along it, or you can hold it in your hand and you can go back and forth between popping and unpopping it. So, yeah, it satisfies a sensory need to pop things and sink your fingers into things, and it's very entertaining. So, let's watch an example of Pop It Play.
Okay, so next we have the Silly Putty toy. So it's kind of like if you've ever seen slime videos. It has a similar effect. It's a little harder to play with because it's not as squishy, but there's still squish to it. So kids and adults can play with this toy to satisfy their sensory needs involving squishing things, stretching things, squeezing things, and sinking their fingers into it, similar to the puppet.
All right, now let's watch an example of Silly Putty Play. All right, so let's talk about adapted seating. So, adapted seating is a great way for people with ADHD to entertain and focus. So, if you have a kid that is struggling with attention, you can put them in one of these options. So, the first option I have is an exercise ball chair. As it suggests, it is a ball that you can sit on. You can also roll around in the chair. It also has a spine in the back to help with posture. You can actually find these here at the university in the education building. I've used them and they're a great way to entertain but also focus at the same time. The second option I have is the bike desk. So up top you have the desk where you can write notes or you can type away on your computer. And at the bottom you have the bike portion where you can pedal as fast or as slow as you need to. So this is also entertaining and fun, and it's also a great way for students to get their exercise in. All right, now here's a short example of exercise balls in the classroom.
Levi is going to be demonstrating our exercise stability ball. So this one is definitely more active. Can we see it? Here, let's move the table out of the way for a second so everybody can see. So this ball is unique in that it has four little nubs. Wait, four? Nope, five. I can count. Five little nubs on the bottom that keep it from being too rolly, where if the child were to get up, you don't want it to roll across the entire classroom. So, you want to show us how it works, bud? So you just kind of push it down. It's not super stable, right? You still have to work pretty hard to keep yourself upright, right? Do you have to pay attention to keeping yourself straight and sitting right? Now, show me what you would do if you really got the wiggles. You want to bounce on it? Yeah, you can rock it side to side, bounce it up and down. Okay, and if you know me, you know we love proprioception. So he is getting input into those joints and those ligaments It's pretty much a trampoline. But he is still seated. So obviously this is not the best choice if you are doing handwriting. But if you're doing a read aloud, this could be a great option. Yeah, or doing a speech or anything like that. And you can also have them not be bouncing on it, but just sitting on it, and it will serve a similar purpose to the wiggle seat. Buddy, where's your pen? Well, how are you going to do math problems? All right, there you go. All right, so let's see. I'm going to move this a little closer so you guys can see how this works. There you go. See?
Now we have to do math.
Now we have to do math. And of course, all kids have sensory needs, and so they can be getting their sensory input even while they're at school. So if they're getting this input during school, you might find that they're not having all those meltdowns when they come home. Because a lot of kids keep it together while they're out in public and while they're out at school, but their sensory bank is being drained the whole time. But if they're getting the sensory input they need while they're at school, they come home, they're not quite as demanding and they're not seeking it so much.
Now here's a bike desk example video.
We have 2 pedal desks in our school, and we brought them in to allow for our students to have more movement, more kinesthetic breaks throughout the day. So they are basically desks with bicycles attached to them. I guess we could say, you know, when I ask the kids who are using them, they use things like, you know, I'm antsy, or, you know, I fidget, I move a lot. So that's why I like it. But I think it really benefits everyone. And what we find in the 2 classrooms that we have them in is that all kids like to use them. I have seen in the past where it's been used, not at our school, but at other places, where bikes have been in the hallway. So if students are acting out, the teacher might say, well, you need to go outside and ride on a bike. Where we have tried to get away from that, bring it into the classroom so that everyone can enjoy it, and instead of being a reactive measure, that it's a proactive measure where kids want to do that. You know, the part that, you know, inhibits us from getting them is the cost. So like the one that I just showed you ranges between $2,400 and $2,900. All of our teachers would like one in their classroom, and we have 27 divisions, so get maybe a couple a year or something.
It helps you concentrate sometimes, because sometimes at your desk you fiddle around and stuff, and you move, and when you're here you can move.
So it helps you concentrate on your work?
Yeah.
Alright, here's another bike desk video example. I found these in the bottom of the library, and I thought I would record and share. Alright, now that we've talked about fidgeting toys, let's talk about calming sensory toys. So, as you know, people with ADHD can easily get overstimulated. They can experience certain emotions such as anxiety, irritability, or anger. So it's nice to have a toy on hand that can help calm them down and regulate their emotions. This example here is a glitter jar. It's simply glitter, glue, and water all contained in a little jar. And it's relaxing to watch the glitter just ebb and flow throughout the bottle up and down. And it can really help people with ADHD calm down when they're experiencing these emotions. Let's watch a video example. Right now, here's a glitter jar example video.
Well, that is what I wanted to show y'all today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.